Hello, this is Kll131 with gameplay of Domination on Highrise, and here I do a sort of first blood rush it's not really a first blood rush because you don't get first blood. The classic first blood on Highrise is this sort of sniper thing over the spawns, but this is a pretty good way to get a couple of kills in the beginning. I don't really get that many this time. I think I get 1 or 2 by doing this, but I usually end up with on average about 4 or 5 kills from doing this. So this was a pretty bad example of this sort of rush. But anyway, the class I'm using in this game is the, as you can see, AK-47 holographic sight. And I had 10th prestige and everything before, but I reset it all to level 1 for some sort of reason. And I was just sort of doing some achievements and stuff, so I got this class, which actually turns out to be pretty good. I like the holographic sight on the TAR-21, so I was like testing it out on the AK as well, and it turned out pretty well. I think I prefer red dot actually, or no attachment at all on the AK. Silencer in like search and destroy, but the holographic works pretty nice. It doesn't really help you that much at long range due to the fact that all attachments besides ACOG I think add sway to the AK, and the AK's iron sight is already decent when you're not firing. I don't really like the AK when you start shooting. I don't really know, I don't like its iron sight or the way it handles when shooting. But anyway, my secondary, as you can see there, is the Akimbo Desert Eagle, and I actually prefer the Akimbo Magnum. The Akimbo Magnum is like it's the secondary that I've been using a lot lately, but I was testing out the Desert Eagle for, I don't know, I've been seeing it a lot in a couple of videos recently, and I just felt like testing it. I'm using Marathon, and I get Marathon Pro later on in this game, so I didn't have Marathon Pro in the beginning, and I don't like not having Marathon Pro, because I like climbing objects faster as certain maps. I think Quarry is a good example of a map where you climb a lot of objects, and having that, I think it's halves the time for you to climb things, but I think that having that is pretty good. And then I'm using stopping power because, as I said, I don't like the AK as a recoil, so stopping power is sort of less bullets to kill in all ranges I think with AK, so it helps a lot. I think without stopping power I would never be able to get like half the kills, and there I fail a bit with the knife, but anyway. And I'm using Steady Aim Pro because I like to hip fire. My aim is like terrible, well, not terrible, but still it's not good, so I like to hip fire in close ranges, and Steady Aim sort of keeps me alive in that. I don't like Commando because I feel that even though it's a good perk, I've had too much experience with it, like bugging out and you flying around and missing the target, and I generally don't like being commandoed myself. So yeah, anyway, and in this game, and pretty much all my high-rise games, I like to patrol the spawns with this class. Like if they have B, they usually spawn either under the helicopter platform or right where I'm aiming right now, and under that little elevator shaft thing. So, but before, as you can see, we had B and they had A and C. It's sort of hard to patrol the spawns because if you like go to one spawn, you get 1 or 2 kills. They spawn at the other side, you rush there. And on Highrise, due to the fact it's like a pretty small map and pretty open, it's the risks of you being taken out while running from A to C or C to A are pretty big. So I prefer to have it like this. We have either I want to have one of them, like only C or only A, or A and B or C and B, and because I like to sort of, when I know where they're spawning, I know the spawn system pretty well. So like like where we have them right now, I either, if I'm playing with my MP5K or Spas or just rushing with close quarter combat weapons, I like to use the underground and just rush into their spawn, get like 5 or 6 kills, rush away, rush back, get 5 or 6 kills, and just abuse the spawn system like that. But with this AK, I feel that it's sort of like The bad thing about this class is I hate the reload time of this class, because you like rushing, you get 1 or 2 kills, and then you have to reload, which is like a bitch. I prefer sleight of hand. I think I might swap sleight of hand because I don't generally use marathon that much besides for flanking and getting to points. So I think sleight of hand might actually help me get more flow to my game. Because you can see here, I get on like a nice streak, I get 3 kills, and then I need to step back, reload, and then enter again, and I lose a lot of time by doing that. But yeah, that's one thing. And Highrise in general, the spawn system is pretty shitty actually. Because you can see here, I just know they're spawning there. So I know exactly where to go. I know where they're spawning, and it's just sort of ridiculous. And I get a headshot with a predator, yay. But anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it about Highrise. I have a Highrise video actually with a lot of like secret spots. Not all of them, there's been a lot of them like found afterwards. But I think I might link that in the description actually as well. So I don't use the spots that much, but when I do, they usually help me. And this game isn't a very tactical one. I just rush to spawns blindly and sort of like... well, rushing to spawns is like the tactic, but it's not a very deep tactic. So there's not really much to say about the way I'm playing. I don't really... when I'm doing this, like using a marathon class, though I don't really think a lot about checking corners and knowing where I am. I just like try to predict where they're gonna spawn, go there and kill everything that like gets in my way, and that's how I like to play right now. I'm like, rushing is like what I do right now. Before I used a lot of Scavenger and TAR-21, and I still use the TAR-21, but not that much, and I haven't used Scavenger for a couple of months. I like sleight of hand, or yeah, pretty much what I'm using. So yeah, anyway. So I actually, if the sound is a bit off, I actually paused my recording there because I got a new headset with a new microphone, the SteelSeries Siberia, and I'm not really sure how this microphone is gonna turn out. I think my old microphone, it was pretty good to do commentaries with. In Skype and Vent, people seem to think that this microphone has been like, it's a bit low, and I don't really know. So we just see how this commentary turns out sound-wise. And I also got a new mouse, the Rocat Cone, which could sort of, yeah, I don't know, it was a bit in the beginning. My aim was like terrible, but I think I got used to the sensitivity, and it's a really great mouse in my opinion. But I also made a new YouTube channel due to the fact that I have a lot of games that I want to upload but not make commentaries on. So I made a new YouTube channel called Kll131 Gameplay, where I'm just going to upload a lot of like videos without commentary. I'll perhaps add some animations, but it'll just be like normal games where I get like good stats and just see if they're enjoyable to watch. So I'll see if I do that, and I'll also be doing a lot of like editing and montage trailers and stuff, which is pretty fun. But this is actually my first commentary in a while due to the fact that I've been playing around with Sony Vegas editing so much. And yeah, I get my Harrier here. Again, I think I get 3 Harriers, but they don't actually get me that many kills. But the good thing about this one is they called in a chopper gunner now, and the Harrier shoots down the chopper gunner, so that's pretty fun. And here I do I think my only cap for the game. I'm like, when I play Domination, I played a lot of Domination. Domination is like my favorite game mode, but I don't really cap a lot. I prefer just running around wildly getting kills. I find it more enjoyable. I don't really care about winning or losing the game. But what I do like is just, yeah, running the spawns like this. And why was that sniper just standing staring in the air? He couldn't really shoot down a Harrier with an intervention. I don't know. You can shoot them down with a Barrett 50 cal, I think. Like, shoot down Harriers and attack helicopters just by spamming Barrett 50 cal, because I think they do, like, with Stopping Power Pro, they do a lot of damage to like vehicles, but I'm not sure. The RPD is better, but anyway, enough about that. Here we are getting like spawn trapped, or they're trying to spawn trap us, and you don't really want to go to the window I'm in now. You don't want to go through there. I don't think they. I think when you're trapped at, is it C? Yeah, it's C, and you go through that window, 9 or 10 times you die, but you still want to get out through that window, and you see me fail right there. So I prefer to take the staircase, like go down here, and a good tactic is usually to go to the right, go up through the helicopter platform, kill everybody under it camping, and go to the left, and continue up, and then, yeah, pretty much that. So the ending stats is 56-13, I think. But anyway, if you like this commentary, please rate and subscribe.